Okay, so it's July 20. We keep on rolling down as expected, just by following the monthly chart. And yes, so we are still coming down. This is the monthly chart. So we broke down this support, the monthly support, which was here also alongside the 12 exponential moving average. I have this line here that draw the line in the sand. We broke from it, and on the low time frames we kept on, we didn't manage to pass. We also have this Fibonacci here as resistance. This candle close worked as resistance as well when we try to go up on the on the weekly and daily time frames, but we face this candle close, and only by the months you understand how the market work. So it's 10 days until the monthly close, and let's see where this candle will try to close, hopefully on top of one of these moving averages. We can have wicks even below, and then the close is what matters. And let's see where we go with this monthly close to try to do a higher low to have a bounce. Until that happens, on the weekly and the daily, it's not proving anything, just no strength from the bulls to try to push the price higher. Only if in the next 10 days we keep on going up, close above the 12, and especially above this area here, this candle close, and to try to push higher at least to the big resistance which will be on these areas here. But until then, no more buyers, and the price keeps coming down because we have all this huge move up, and we need to find a higher low on the monthly, and then let's see if the bulls have enough strength to push to a all-time high, to a higher high, or if we just do a lower low, a lower high, and keep on coming back down. So let's see, we have the 21 and the 20 here, plus the previous all-time high, the 400K here, and the 12K here, which is the area that was not tested as support. And also this area was not tested as support, the 7K, 6K area, this area here. But everything takes time. Only if we have a big stock market crash, and everything will fall very fast. But if that doesn't happen, we can have a bounce from these areas. We don't know which one. So just use the monthly to understand where we stop and where the candle closed, to try to see if it holds, to try to push higher. Personally, as my style, and now I'm using lots of these candle closes on the monthly, so this will be the support here on the 29, to be around here, 29.2. And there's a small wick here, which is this wick here. Basically, that's the wick over there. So that's the support now. It's this wick alongside with this area. But because there might be a big liquidity here with stop losses from the move up, or from people who bought here and put the stop loss below, we can come down to get that liquidity, and let's see where are the buyers. Remember, this is a patient game, especially for investors and swing traders. They can have also nice trades only by using the monthly, or with the monthly alongside with the weekly. And yeah, okay, so that's it for now. I'm just putting here the volume profile, because with here you see where it's not working on the monthly, but it will work on the weekly. So on the weekly chart, see all the volume, buying volume, will be on this area, and not much around these areas here. Of course, this is the weekly. This is Bitstamp. I can put Coinbase, maybe more volume, but this is the point of control, where are the biggest volume, and these are the bids. So on the weekly. So just be prepared. Remember the indicator RSI pointing down still. So be patient. We broke down this support here. This is the monthly. The yellow line is the monthly that I pointed out before. This is a head and shoulders, very easy pattern to understand, a bearish pattern, and we are just rolling over. We didn't manage to pass here all these weeks. No, this try here, we got the resistance from this candle close, very mathematical and precise. And so also this moving average will work as resistance now. So we don't know, we open with a lower low, compare with this area, this candles close here. We still have these weeks and the monthly here as support. We also have the 89 moving average and we are rolling down. So very easy to understand. When we broke down with this candle, basically it was just a rejection from these three candles closes. So very precise, just follow the monthly and then see if the weekly follows it. Also, this candle was just a rejection from this candle here. So just candle by candle, monthly, and then on the weekly, it will give you proofs of, in terms of price action, of what's happening. And seems like we just roll, we are keep on rolling over. No buyers, indicators pointing down. So even if I take the point of control, if I take out the volume profile, and we are, and before that we have the 200, the 100 here, and the 200 here on the weekly. So remember that this is the monthly. I have these lines to understand where are the monthly supports. And let's see where we stop. And now on the daily, we just did a bear flag. So if you understand patterns, we never passed this area. I'll put here bitstamp so it's more clean. So this is the monthly that we didn't pass. We also have this trend line here that we only have. We came here to reject the 200 and then back down, and this always act as resistance. Monthly here, monthly here on 35 as well, and here it's the 12, and we rejected from the 12. So as we see, very precise. Did the bull flag. On the bull flag we came to test the resistance on the 12, moving average, exponential, here the 21 plus the trend line. So we never, all the tries from the bulls here, and they got just a rejection with this bearish engulfing here, bearish engulfing. So, and then we are just not finding more buyers. So everyone wants to buy low. Indicators now are pointing down back to the low areas. Remember, we can go oversold below 30. So be prepared for everything. Remember, we also have this channel here, and seems like the 21 on the monthly here, the monthly support. We can have a bounce on this area, plus a Fibonacci here. So it's all about the monthly, and let's see on the daily where we go. Remember, if many people try to short from this area and create with the stop loss big liquidity here on the with stop losses, price can just keep on coming to the moving averages to liquidate those people. So this is where we are now. Be patient. This is a patience game. Remember the stock market, S&P 500 coming down, found support now on the 50, but we had this ascending wedge, which is a bearish flag, and we broke down, and as soon as we broke here, we got the confirmation and moved down, and now let's see if from here or from here, this will be the support, especially on the weekly, but the daily. So we are here on the 12, we still have, this needs to hold basically this area on the 21 and the 12. Let's see if here we have enough strength to go for a new all-time high and test this this area here. or if we do just a lower high on this area and we keep on coming down. So let's see if this is the start. Remember, we have been in this move, which is quite surrealistic with the economy. It's just the Fed printing money, but we have to come down to test the support. Sooner or later, we will have a big move down. Remember, as an investor, you can have to wait 8, 10 years, 8 years, 5 years, 1 year. Nobody knows, but when you invest, it's when we reach these areas below, on the 30 or below, on the RSI, for as an investor, and it's just a patience game. And here you take profits when we go to these areas here. So remember how everything works. If we hold here, we can keep on pushing up because we have been holding, but sooner or later we will break down. Let's see if this is the year that we break down big time, or maybe next year. Nobody knows, but we are overbought, so we have to come down sooner or later. The charts are telling that, so it's a matter of patience. From the S&P, Nasdaq, all the tech have been soaring higher. See, also really strong Nasdaq. We still have support here on the 21 and 12 on this trend line, but we are not being able to pass this area for now. Seems like we will come down to test the support, and any closes below the 21, the 20 on this trend line, we will roll down as well. Remember, these markets have been in a bull run. Even with the COVID crash, we touched here this moving average at 377, and then above the 200s and back up. We have been in a bull market on the last 10 years. So remember that markets have to come down sooner or later. So it's a patience game. So this is where we are on Nasdaq. Only up, and we will have to come down sooner or later. We are still above the support. So when we close below this one, we come here, and then if we close below this one, we start to come down. And it's something like that will happen. Look at this. In the past, big moves up, volatility, support on the 21. This is the 21. We can have volatility here, and sooner or later, we will come down. But this can take years, but we are quite on the extremes. On Nasdaq, we can still go higher in terms of RSI. Okay, so that's it. Just be patient. Bitcoin coming down at this precise moment because we broke the supports. So remember, be patient. Check where are the supports, where you think you want to invest for the long term. Remember that the price can come big time down. Nobody knows where are the tops. Nobody knows where are the bottoms. You can do dollar cost average when we reach the oversold here, and start to dollar cost average to think that we will go higher, as always with Bitcoin in the future. Nobody knows if we come to the 1,500. Sometime in the future, we have a trend line here that goes higher, and maybe in 4 years we come to 1,500. Nobody knows, or even lower. So you need to be prepared to use risk management, but I think Bitcoin will go higher, but it needs to come down. Okay, so look at alts. So remember, look at one of the Matic, for instance, that we went up hugely. Look how it comes down. So support will be here. If we break close below this one, we have this week, and then only here. This is where you can try to make some investments, or at least play the big swing trades and sell, because nobody knows if these coins will die. Although they have big hype, they do loads. Look, big moves up, big moves down. Support will be on this trend line. Closes below, we can come here, and then we have this trend line start to close down, and then we can come back to the basis. So remember, understand where to buy, where to sell. where the candles close, where they show strength with wicks, for instance, on the monthly, and see how everything works. So it's a patience game, and you need to be prepared to get these big moves, especially with the monthly close and the weekly close. Okay, back to Bitcoin. But I think I said it all. Okay, so next supports will be here. Closes above here on the, remember, still 10 days or 11 days for the monthly to close. So still volatility. Let's see where we close. For now, the weekly and the daily will tell you a story, while the monthly, as long as we are below this top here, the 35, around 35, it's just bearish. So we need to start closing above. Until that happens, this can take a while. So weekly, remember indicators also on the monthly were pointing down. So we are coming down. Remember we did a lower low with this candle. Compare with it. This structure here, these candles close, and we keep on coming down, and we go to the daily, coming down to this pattern, and let's see where we close. So next target, I'm seeing this area. Of course, we have this week that we can find some support here on this week here, but everything is pointing to this area. This is the monthly 20, this is the monthly 21. I made them so I understand on the low time frames where we are, and if I see, for instance, on any of those, like to try to form some bullish patterns, I can play the bounce on oversold on the daily or 4 hours, and you can play bounces not as an investor but as a trader or a swing trader. So remember, look, the 21 and the 12 rejecting the price. We also got this rejection here with this trend line. This was the bear flag, another bear flag here, so another bear flag here. So no bullish at all the tries. So, and we are coming down as we see. We have the monthly support, monthly week, the trend line, and the moving average is on the monthly below here. Of course, we can keep on coming down to the moving average or even higher if we have a big liquidity above. Let's see. So there's a big liquidity here because of the stop losses. People who shorted, they have the stop losses here. Other more people have also stop losses here. So there's still some liquidity above. Maybe we don't go to this one. Maybe we go to this one first and then we go to get those ones after. So that might happen. But maybe to this one we keep on coming to get them. So you understand how markets work. Look, bear volume, big bear volume, and bear volume. No bullish here. So there's volume here, so price can still come when we close the next hour. We can have a green candle trying to go here again. Even here again, nobody knows. So when we got into this oversold, we can have a bounce and keep this downtrend. If we start closing above these areas here or at 35s, then I'm starting to get more bullish. Until then, just bearishness, look, just volume, bear volume, bear volume. And that's it. Okay, so play safe, risk management, see this trend line, rejection, 1 point, 2 points, third point, rejection, back to the point of control here, and then just all the tries we didn't pass, and then back down, bear flag, back down, we can do another bear flag, back down, only when it closes above this moving average starts to get more bullish. For now, just bad. Be patient. Stock market, look at the stock market. Everything red can be the start of a bear market or just a small correction back to the moving averages and then back up again, and then we will see. There's always money to be made, but if you're an investor, long term, just be patient or just buy little bits on some big crashes, buy little bits. Every big crash, just buy little bits and just don't sell at all on good stocks.